The solution.
YouTube, what's going on? Solution for Kicks. Back with another video, always with the informative stuff. And today's video is going to be on the Nike outlet. The Nike outlet hustle. When I say hustle, I don't mean how to make money. You know, we're not going to do any of that. It's basically, people have asked me constantly the solution. You have a lot of videos on Nike outlets, and it just looks like you always come up on sales. I don't have a system, if you will. It's just understanding the process. So near me, I live in San Antonio. If you follow me, I live in San Antonio. Originally from Baltimore, Maryland, and there are quite a few outlets in the Baltimore and DMV region. Baltimore is not part of the DMV. All right, we don't claim to be part of that. We're separate from that, but we're all affiliated. Anyway, in San Antonio, the nearest outlet, the nearest Nike outlet, is the San Marcos outlet. Then if I travel an hour up from San Antonio in Round Rock, which is a suburb of Austin, there's a Nike outlet there. Pardon, I'm a little clogged today. It's really all about curiosity. The one advantage I have over some consumers is that I get a military discount, and that's 10% off. And I can stack, if you will. It's one of the few discounts they allow you to stack. So if they have 30% off the back wall in the Nike outlet store, not the clearance store, because you know the clearance store is all racks. Okay, but the Nike outlet store will run 30% around the wall. Sometimes they'll do 30% off the entire store, depending what they have going on with inventory. Most of the times they restock the shelves on Thursdays and Friday mornings is what I've noticed. There's some questions you can ask the customer service reps. Then there's some things you should not ask them. Okay, just be mindful. People have jobs. Okay, and what I'm saying is the things I've asked is what any responsible consumer would ask. Now, I'm saying this because I do have a good friend who works at the Nike outlet, but he offers me no additional information, and I don't prod him for it either, because we're grown. Okay, we went to high school together. Okay, that's just something he does now, and he does it really well. But there's no, hey, check this out, the solution, man. These are coming in this week. It's not like that with us. Okay, we don't engage in those conversations, and that's out of respect for his job. So I never want to put anybody's job in danger when I go into the outlets. So what I do is when I walk in, to my right in most stores, there's a sign that normally has something about the Nike app, or it'll say friends and family, or if you know, a lot of times you seen one of my more recent videos where I got the 25% card and the $25 off card and the $50 off card. I look to my right in most of my outlets out here because that sign is normally to my right when I walk in the door, or there's a rep at the door telling me about it, okay? Or handing me the card as I leave out. Okay, that's happened a few times if I met the purchase requirement. So I walk in, and I told OG Rafa about this. Make sure you look up when you go to the shelves. Look up, because that's where the sign for the 20 and 30% off signs are going to be on those shelves. That's one thing I look at. The other thing is that I look at is the end cap. Now, a lot of people will post on Instagram that there's some amazing sale on a sneaker that just dropped this in the outlet. No, remember, Nike is still advertising for their newest releases as well, so they figure they have a captured audience in the store. They're going to advertise the newest release on that end cap. Most of the time, it's there. But it will say online, okay? And you can order it from the store right there as well, because they're trying to make sales regardless. Now, if you see a price next to that sneaker, there's a strong possibility that the sneaker is there, okay? You have to ask that question. I have a couple of sneakers on this shelf behind me because I asked the question, because I noticed the price was right there. But it does not mean that your size may be there as well. So you go in and you have a look around, check it out. One thing that you should ask, if especially resellers, I'm going to be on your side this time. If you're a reseller and you see a shoe that's hot, quote unquote, or something you know that's probably going to sell, and it's on the rack, it's not on the shelves, it's on the rack, which means that there's 95% of the time it's just not helpful for the employees to have the box tops. And really, that's why the tops are gone, because it's just easier for the consumer to see the shoe, and it's easier for them to restock the shoe. So you can look down, you see the shoe, you aren't pulling the shoe off, opening the box, and the box tops all over the floor, because remember, not everyone's raised the same way, and some people are very arrogant and crass, where they figure this is your job, so pick up the box top. They frown upon people working retail, and you're the worst type of human walking earth, or one of the worst type, besides the guy on the shirt. But anyway, I digress. So if you see that, you might actually have an intact box in the back. So ask the customer service rep, hey, do you have the intact box? Most time they'll give you the box. They're just going to throw it away. They don't give you the box top. They're going to throw it away. So ask for the box top. I did that with those joints right there, those fobs. Also did that with my Foamposite cups. That is, I don't wear a 10.5. This is a 9.5 sneaker in here, but I wanted an intact box. And sometimes they do actually have the box intact, and the cover will be underneath of it, just depending on the shoe. The other thing you need to interface with the customer service reps is that sometimes they just don't have space for the inventory that's arrived, and they have stuff in the back. And I have quite a few pairs of shoes up here as well, where those shoes had not hit the display shelves. So I would say, hey, what do you have in the back? Or sometimes, this is how I found out. A rep told me, hey, we actually have, what size do you wear? Look, you wear size 9, 9.5. I said, yeah. He said, well, we actually have these in the back. I was like, wow, I didn't know that you actually don't have stuff to hit the floor that's ready to go out. No, we just don't have the space. Depends on the outlet. But I tend to ask those questions. And that's worked at the clearance store and the regular Nike outlet. My DMP with the alumni and the fast break Converse in there, I've got that shoe because I've inquired that the shoe was in the back. They also had some wool 3s and some wool 12s as well. There's a video on that. So that's why you ask those questions. Another thing too, if you are a shoe tuber, if you will, and you like to record and stuff like that, and I've yet to see corporate policy on filming in the store, my advice to you is ask. Okay? Some of them actually like for you to film. Now, let's talk about manners and courtesy and things like that. Remember, they're in the business of making money, and they don't know what you're going to do with this footage. So if they don't know who you are, they're probably going to tell you not to. Or it might be an employee that's not in tune with the sneaker culture and realize that we actually help them a lot of times. But here's what I challenge you as a sneaker YouTuber. Don't make any disparaging comments about the product in the store. If you don't like it, say you aren't feeling it in a manner that's not disrespectful. Some of you don't have the gift of gab to do that. You call people wordsmiths and stuff like this. This is when being a wordsmith comes into play. We've all gotten gifts that we didn't like, and we're appreciative of it, but we know it's probably not something we weren't feeling. The person wasn't in tune with who you are and what your style is. I tend to not even look at the shoe if I know for a fact it's something that I'm not checking for, and the people that follow me and subscribe to me aren't checking for. I go right past it. Okay, my apologies, Beard Jedi, for not looking at the Bitfoot section all the time. I'm getting better with that. But a lot of people that follow me, they're like 11.5 and on down, 10.5 on down. We're smaller people for some reason. But I tend to keep it on that, but I'm going to look at the entire store more. I've been doing that, showing the women's section and stuff like that. But remember, be respectful to the store. If they tell you can't film, you can't film. All right? You might find something that's pretty dope, and you go ahead and cop it. Then do the video outside of the store while you're driving and all that stuff, and then show the shoe. A lot of times, I don't even film anymore. Most of the employees that have been here for a while, the one in San Marcos, they ask me when I come in, where's the camera? I just don't do a lot of vlogs because a lot of times it's the same stuff. And recently, it's been some good drops they had in there, but I just wasn't in the mood to vlog. I just copped the sneaker. Plus, I was also helping someone out at the same time. And that's that. But be courteous and do ask questions. That's the best way to really come up on the steals. Also, if you got a military buddy, go to the outlet with them and get some of that discount. Most of them don't care if the person that's buying it is not military affiliated and the person with the card, they don't care. A sale is a sale to them. That's what I noticed. Okay, I've done that. I do it all the time. All right, I do it all the time. You're with me and you're copying something, I'm gonna flash that card and boom, you get the discount as well. So to talk about stacking, when I say stacking, I'm talking about stacking discounts. If the store offers 20%, it's going to be 30% for me because my additional 10%. Nike has one of the lower military discounts. Most stores give you 20 to 25, 15 to 25% off, some even 30, okay? But they'll have restrictions on it and say certain things don't qualify for the discount because they want max money on that, and that's fine, okay? Well, are you one of those retirees, veterans, service members that get upset if you don't get a discount? No, I don't. I don't throw a fit and say you should give me one and start carrying on. I've seen people like that. That's very tasteless. Here's my take on the military discount when I'm buying anything. We're talking about sneakers right now. I'll ask first. Depending on if I really, really want it, I don't care. Okay, in the price. I don't care. I'm going to buy it anyway. I don't demand a discount. I just inquire. I'll simply say, do you have a military discount? Because most of these customers, they're so quick. They want to ring it up right because you got to have your card in there. And they'll mess it up and then they got to go back in and do it again because they're trying to move so fast. All right, it's just like I tell my daughter, the first person isn't always the right person. Right, you get disqualified and tracked for being first because you jumped the gun. But I'll just ask. They say no. Okay. Depending on the price, it doesn't matter. Okay, if it's something that's under $30, you're talking $3 to $6. That's like half the sales tax sometimes. If it means that much to you, then great. I don't think you owe me a discount because of my service. I appreciate that you offer me one because of my service. Get it? Get what I'm talking about? Can you use your military discount online? Yes. There's I think it's called ID Me, something like that, where it verifies you, and you have to send in your DD-214 to show them. You're not supposed to make photocopies of your ID card, people. Don't do that. If somebody asks you to do that, you're actually breaking the law. You're not supposed to do that. Don't photocopy your ID card. It's illegal. But you redact all that special information in your DD-214 if you feel as though you really, really want that discount, because your 190 sneaker is, I believe, 163 for me. That's a heck of a discount after taxes. So I would want that discount, especially online and it's free shipping. You want that discount. So just take out all your sensitive information and remember 4 copy of your DD-214 if you're a veteran or retiree, or veterans or retirees. So that's how I go about the process with the Nike outlet. I go to Saucony outlet sometimes, depending on what they have. But they have more of their actual racing sneakers. They're not the more stylish ones that I have, the 8500s and the 8000 grid series SDs. They give a really good discount on top of their BOGO. Do they allow you to combine your $10 off little gift thing that you give you on your receipt? Yes. I can't combine all 3. They stopped that a long time ago. I used to do that. I was cracking them over the head. Trust me. I mean, oh my goodness. Fill out that survey and get that $10, okay? And to get into some of the other stores as well, remember, they want your loyalty, okay? They want your loyalty. They want brand awareness. and they really want you to come back and feel like they're giving back to their customers as a sign of appreciation. That's why you have loyalty programs. I have noticed some of the shoe companies are tinkering with it. I used to get $20 off at Foot Action for every purchase of a $200 purchase. Now it's down to like 15. I've noticed. Foot Locker's the same way, and some of these companies are owned by the same corporation. So I guess they feel like, we got to get as much money back. These loyalty programs are pretty popular because they realize most people get the receipt. Yeah. How much is it worth to me? I have a system for that. If it's a retro Jordan release and the sneaker's $190, that $20 off is not as valued as my 20. That $20 off is not as valued as my 20% off, because that's $170 if you tax it. But after taxes, it's $163 depending on the shoe after my discount. So I do blow off a lot of my receipts. I have given receipts away. I've done that. I recently sold a pair of sneakers and I put the receipt in there, and the receipt was still valid for the person. Like, hey, you get $20 off with that receipt. Oh, for real? Yeah. Now, if the shoe is under $50, yeah, because you have to spend at least $50. Well, if it's $50 or more, I'll use the receipt to recoup back a greater amount on the purchase. I think that's just smart consumership. I just created a word. But it's all about saving yourselves money, people, and getting the most bang for your dollar. And, there's a lot of websites and apps out there that you should pay attention to. And price match them. Some of us are really loyal to certain stores. I am. Foot Action is pretty much my store. You'll find me in Foot Action and House of Hoops. Foot Locker House. Those are my two stores right there. All the other stores are kind of secondary to me, because it depends on their customer loyalty programs and what they have. So I know I'm going to get the greatest return on my purchase if I go to those two stores. That's just the way I see it. But it's all about knowing what's going on and price matching. A lot of people don't know how to price match. Most stores, if you take a picture of the shoe, okay, and the price, and that shoe is probably in that mall, they'll match it right away. If you go on their website, and if they allow you to price, some stores don't let you online price match. That's another hustle they have. Because remember, they're trying to make money, as much money as possible off you. You take a picture of the shoe, the website, and you show it to them, you price match them. Will they allow you to use your discount as well? No. Clearance sneakers. Sometimes you find some steals on the clearance sneakers. Finish Line. We talk about Finish Line. If the sneaker's already on sale on their clearance rack, they normally don't let me use my discount at most locations. And like I mentioned before with Finish Line in another video a while ago, it was left up to the managers, and now it looks like they're being standard across the board corporate wise. And I really think it should be up to the managers, but they realize some stores were outselling others and that's the way it should be. All right, it means you got a good manager. All right, the military is not going to hurt your pockets as much because there just aren't that many of us. Okay, in a city like mine, San Antonio, where there's 3 bases here, they might feel a little bit, but that's 3 bases and a bunch of retirees and veterans in the area and family members with ID cards. It's not going to hurt you that much. That's just my opinion. But that's it for me. Nike Outlet, tips and tricks, retail store tips and tricks, online tips and tricks. Remember, comment, like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram as well, and just keep it moving. Remember, everything I do is from the Sneaker OG perspective. I don't concern myself with a lot of the stuff that's going on here. It's all about you getting the most bang for your buck. And remember, like I always say, it's not about how much you pay for sneakers. Why did you pay that much? I'm out of here. Boom.
The solution.
The solution.